That's fine and all, but I would also like to take a look at trend as defined by our ACAT indicator. So first off, I feel like mentioning on the daily chart, we did have the expansion which occurred here on January 7th, and that was when we recognized trend was beginning, and we have said just stay in trend until the trend is over. So I'm still long, you should still be long. I'm just going to stay long until there's no longer trend. So let's define trend, shall we? If you would like to enter a long position, this second right now would be the time to do it, right? We are tagging, that's funny, the 1.25 standard deviation of our longest overexpanded period. And that is our pivot for trend. So as long as we stay above where we are right now, trend will continue. I'm going to re-enter my longs or double down on my longs at this location. And if we break down to say like 9,600, 500, I'm going to stop out. Okay. And then I'm just going to wait until compression ends and then take a lot of profit. But right now I recommend re-entering, staying long as trend is trending. Okay. Pretty simple. I don't really want to expand more than that because I don't need to, because straightforward. I had to request a look at ADA BTC. Let's take a look. Okay. Looks pretty familiar, if you ask me. I'd say it looks almost exactly like our Bitcoin chart. Like at a certain point, you just have to ask, is it worth trading this altcoin, or should I just be trading Bitcoin with leverage? Okay. This is Bitcoin. This is ADA. To be perfectly fair, these moves are essentially identical. ADA doesn't really have a mind of its own right now. This is up 42%. This is up 30%. So essentially, trading ADA is pretty much just trading Bitcoin on 1.7x, right? I mean, it's pretty much the same, dude. Yeah, man. Simple chart. I mean, just stay long. I know it's not very interesting, but it's a pretty easy way to make money, guys. It's just, if you have a trend, stay long in the trend. As soon as we break this trend, sure, we should probably take some profits. But we already defined that pivot, didn't we? So sit tight. Don't scooch around too much, and be on your way. Let's check the YouTube comments. ERD, BTC, and XLM. Sure, let's take a look. What did I just say? ERD, okay. ERD, BTC. Elrond. I prefer Moira personally rather than Elrond, but you know, dwarves tend to be more financially inclined than the elves are. So, all right, Lord of the Rings joke. Let's move on. Okay. Pretty new coin. Very little history for me to look at. Let's check a different exchange, shall we? Oh, God. Yeah. I really can't. Okay, it's been a long day, guys. ERD, okay. ERD BTC. Okay, no, that's not helpful at all. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really interested in trading such a low pip coin, and it's just lateral trading after the initial offering, so I'm not inclined to make any predictions. My apologies. Take a look at XLM, BTC. Okay. macro level bullish mean reversion, very appealing. I find this appealing because even the downward pivot was very well respected. You see this here, right? That's our downward trend pivot. As long as we stay below it, it's downward trend. The moment we pop inside, what happens? Bullish reversal, and a bullish reversal of 42%. So I am inclined to believe, as long as we stay in the trend or in mean reversion, bullish mean reversion on the daily, and bullish trend here on the 4 hour, it should be a good trade. Okay. And we are sitting around on that pivot. So if you want to take along an XLM, that's a very safe bet. Sit tight. Okay. XRP, USD, ON, Moon. Ooh, you guys are really popping these coins out today. Let's do VIB, BTC. Trade the trend. Yeah, I know, it's super entertaining. Let's check Wabi. Trade the trend. Sorry guys, I mean, just buy the swing lows, sell the swing highs. You are in a trending market. If you have trend, trade it. Buy the lows, sell the highs. Okay. XRP. One moon on XRP. You know, the daily chart has been pretty interesting. Let's do XRP. You know, if you start seeing some crazy rapid upside, like I'm just going to set an alarm. If we do a crazy spike in a single candle, then sure, I'll consider a long. But because of how aggressive the upward trends are on this coin, it's usually just best to wait for them to start. Okay. BQX. I've tried a BQX in the past. I like its volatility patterns, but... Oh, this is Voyager, eh? There's actually a wick here that I caused. I'm going to find it. One moment. For antiquity's sake. I've traded BQX in the past. It was after this run up. 2018. Let's see here. I need my Bollinger Bands for perspective. Because it was right before this downtrend. There it is. Okay. Oh, I just had it ready to go. That's my wick. That one right there. I did that. All right, moving on. Sorry. Cool. Nice upward spike. I guess we could just do... Actually, these are pretty easy positions. Sure, go ahead and layer buys down 5%. Okay? Stop loss below that, another 5% down. You just want to bet on this mean reversion pivot. That's a pretty good upside too. So, consider it. Great days. You shouldn't really ask me about fundamental analysis. It's not my specialty. I can tell you about the technicals on Ethereum, and it's an upward trend, and I like to stick in upward trends. Just stay in the upward trend. That's it. That's all you should do. Okay. All right. That's it. Also, guys, do you know what like super large planters are called? I want to get a 20-inch planter for my philodendron that has gotten a little bit too big. But I feel like after a certain size, they aren't called planters anymore. What are they called? I don't know what to look for. Cause like I search for 20-inch planter and then nothing comes up. Like they all max out at 14 inches. So you have to tell me. My poor baby is crowded. All right, that's it. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go watch Star Trek Picard. I really like it. It's like I remember in like high school, like senior year, at one point I was just like driving home and I remembered, oh my god, it was just after I had watched all of Star Trek Next Generation. I thought to myself, I am never going to see Picard represented ever again. Like that's his legacy. It's over. Like with the end of Star Trek Nemesis. It was pretty depressing. And then, like, a decade later, they come out with a new series. And it is magnificent. What is... Somebody just posted a Flat Earther video in my channel. I'm just gonna add an emoji. Just disappointed Pepe. That'll do. Okay. Well, anything else? Thanks. Appreciate the time. Great days. Great days. Where are you from, my man? I mean, the way I see it, great days, show me a chart and I'll tell you the news. Okay. That's it. I'm done. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Probably not, actually, because I'm going hiking tomorrow. And then I need to finish up some dice. Because my Kickstarter should be launching in March. So I am doing some optimization. Okay. That's it. I'm done. Goodbye, everybody.